What if your anxiety symptoms were not necessarily bad things? My friends, welcome to this important video on my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that now. And if you want to learn more about any of my anxiety recovery programs, click over here. You know, for many, many years, I looked at my anxiety symptoms as being bad things. Oh my goodness, the dizziness is still there. The lump in the throat sensation is still there. My muscles are still tight. They're still twitching. It'll never go away, yada, yada, yada. And I had to come to the conclusion that was, okay, the way I'm looking at this thing is definitely taking me down the same path that I've been on for so many years. And I had to make a decision to go deep and to look into these symptoms at a deeper level to understand them better and to create a better relationship with them, my friends. So my healing did not take place until these things arose. Now, today we're going to talk about why the symptoms are not a bad thing. We're going to go deep into them, and I need you to put your thinking cap on and go, that does connect to what I'm going through. I can relate to what Dennis is talking about. First thing is that a symptom is a sign that the unconscious parts of you have been leading your life for far too long. So when a symptom arises, you don't go, oh God, that's a bad thing, and it's still keeping me from living my life the way I want to. No. You go, oh, the symptom is there as a reminder. It's a reminder that for so many years, I haven't been conscious. I haven't been speaking in a conscious manner. I haven't been thinking in a conscious manner. I haven't been acting in a conscious manner. All of these things that I have control over on the inside has been going forth unconsciously. So that's the first thing. Your symptoms are there to remind you that for so many years you've been living unconsciously, okay? Now you have to come to the conclusion that this is true for you. This video is not about, oh, here's some information and I hope it works for you. No, I'm relaying some wisdom that has arose within me as I began doing the right things for my anxiety and my transition towards my higher self. So I need you to understand this and apply it into your life. So comment below if you've been living your life unconsciously for far too long. Second thing is that symptoms, these anxiety symptoms, are signals of overwhelming mental activity. What tends to happen with an anxiety sufferer is they tend to believe that the way they solve problems and the way they make decisions is the right way. False, completely false, because we get to a point in our lives where we become so fixated on a mental idea. For example, a symptom arises, and when an anxiety symptom arises, you tend to go, okay, well, that's a bad thing. B, that's a bad thing. What could this symptom mean? I'm going to go on Google. And you go on Google, and of course, Google gives you the worst possible scenario to the symptom. And now you're fixated on the idea that there could be something physically wrong with you. And you go asking somebody else, either online or offline, whether the symptom is true as a physical thing or not. And they tell you should go get it checked. And when they tell you that something should be checked, your anxiety levels rise even more, and you go down the rabbit hole. Now remember, your subconscious mind-body stores things based on the level of emotion. So a high degree of emotional intensity means that something is true, and it wants to be fixated on that. So if you believe that a physical illness could be true for you, then you're going to have that idea be brought forward every single time you concentrate on a symptom. So these symptoms are signals of overwhelming mental activity. You have been relying on your mental resources for far too long to make decisions for you. What do I do right now? How do I react to my symptoms? So what we're doing now with healing is we're moving away from this mental activity and we're allowing other parts to us to make decisions for us. What that means is that you're going to find that with many people suffering from anxiety that tend to find healing, they tend to allow themselves to make decisions quicker. So they are no longer fixated at a mental level going, oh, could it be this, could it be that, right? They're going, oh, this is what it means, this is the action I'm taking, and I will adjust along the way. So your symptoms are a sign that you have been mentally overwhelmed for so many years. And just to remind you again, that's not the right way to go about your life, because your heart sense, your intuition needs to play a leading role in how you go about your life. And the truth is that when you listen to your intuition in regards to your anxiety symptoms, you're going to realize that you are in fact safe, and there are very valuable signs and signals that you can use towards the transition towards a higher vibration, should we call it, okay? Then, symptoms signal specific emotions that have been suppressed for far too long. Yes, we talk about fear a lot, but along with fear, the suppression of fear, there are also subcategories of emotions. We're talking about sadness, right? You may feel like you have let somebody down from your past, or you let yourself down and you feel a sense of sadness. You may feel like you don't even know yourself anymore. You may feel like you don't even know how to function throughout the day anymore. Do I smile to someone? Do I say something? How do I walk? Do I breathe the right way, the wrong way? What am I doing right now? Should I sit? Should I stand? Anxiety is this clouded approach to basically every topic that you encounter throughout the day. It is not only brain fog in the physical sense, but it is brain fog in the mental and emotional and spiritual sense. It's like a fog that's in front of you, and you can't see beyond that fog. All you can see is what you've practiced the most often. And you've practiced fear so very often that you have mastered it. But the truth is, you can also master inner peace, my friends. So understand that there are suppressed feelings and emotions that are still living within you. And what I've seen with so many people that have healed their anxiety disorders is that when they start to become more expressive, they start to value themselves more. And you may have an idea in your mind that you have difficulty expressing to another person. And when you start speaking up in those very moments, you start to go, I am a person of value, and my mistakes from the past weren't really mistakes. I just let somebody down that had a completely different view of the world than I have today. So you start to see things a lot more clearly. So much anxiety healing can arise simply by expressing from the perspective of your true feelings and your true emotions, my friends. Another thing is that symptoms do not signal physical illness. They do not signal physical illness, but rather mental and emotional imbalance. So when a physical symptom arises and you no longer connect it to something physical, but you start to go, oh, this could be something as far as a mental and emotional imbalance, now you're reflecting rather than reacting. Because for so many years you've been a reactor. I react to this symptom, I react to the sensation, I react to the challenge behind me. No, someone is not peeing behind me, they are actually using a hose. It's loud, I hope it's not coming through in the video. But you're going through a mental and emotional imbalance, my friends. It's an imbalance. And you've basically watered this imbalance for so many years that you began to believe that something worse could be happening to you than what is really happening to you. And so let's get to a point where we understand that it's not a physical thing, but it's a mental and emotional imbalance. And when the scales start to get tipped towards a person that embraces uncertainty, around a person that no longer deems control as being their top priority, when someone no longer deems certainty as being a vital aspect that they need in their lives, all of a sudden they start to let go. And when they start to let go, good things start to happen in their lives. So let's get to the point where we truly understand what's really taking place here. And more often than not, what we believe deep down that is helping our anxiety is actually hindering our anxiety. You must understand that, because with many anxiety sufferers, they feel like more information equals the path towards the Holy Grail. One day that information is just going to kick in. You know, if they listen to enough YouTube videos or podcasts or read enough books, then that information is somehow going to kick in. The strategy of hoping that anxiety goes away does not work, just so you know. But the strategy of building a better relationship with your anxiety symptoms, therefore your lower self or subconscious mind, does work. My friends, remember, you can come from a place, a loving place towards your symptoms. You can come from a place of understanding your symptoms at a deeper level. You can come from a place of no longer reacting to your symptoms, but truly working with these parts of you from now on. I love you from the bottom of my heart. If this video spoke to you in some way, comment below. And don't forget to visit theanxietyguy.com to start your true anxiety recovery today. Remember that you are more than anxiety. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.